Well, I think it's fair to say that our IndyCar finale was a bit underwhelming. Let's talk about it a little bit. And these are my thoughts as somebody who's watched on and off this season. Of course, I watched the 500 in a review for that, but I've also been watching a few of the IndyCar races throughout the season, as I've been trying to pick up watching more IndyCar ahead of next season. So let's get into this. And, well, where to begin? The title battle was billed as this big climax. Two people duking it out to be the first triple champion since Dario Franchitti. And in the end, we had somebody who not only was the first triple champion since Dario Franchitti, was also the first person to have done back-to-back titles since Dario did when he got his 3 in a row between 2009 and 2011. Also doing it again for Chip Ganassi. Also became the first person since Scott Dixon to become a 3-time champion. Also for Chip Ganassi. And again, much like with the whole thing about it being Chip Ganassi, for Honda. Alex Palou, 3-time champion. You know, I forgot that Will Power got the 22 one because I thought, hang on, was this 3 in a row for Palou? Obviously, it was our 2 most recent champions that were duking it out. CGR and Penske, as well as teams Chevy and Honda. But the finale was a bit anticlimactic. And this is why I could see the reason why American sports fans like the post-seasons. You know, like in the NFL, the MLS, or as a motorsport fan in NASCAR. Because you can have more than 2 people battling it out for the title. Plus, you won't necessarily see the big top build championship battle undone within the first dozen laps. Undone like the seatbelts on Will Power's car. Or in, should I have said. Which was annoying. It's a thing that you can't really recover from, especially because although IndyCar has wave rounds on cautions, it's not the same. But overall, I think that the Nashville Superspeedway really stepped up when the street circuit couldn't be used and provided great action and activity for the spectators and for the fans at home. But I'd probably say it's the first time that we've seen this kind of track also running the hybrid. Of course, they also have the 2 different compounds of tyre. And I don't know how much of an impact the hybrid had. I do like this, that IndyCar is putting in the hybrid. I like that they tried it in the middle of the season. I like they didn't just suddenly drop it in for the 500. They waited a couple of weeks afterwards to debut it at Mid-Ohio. And it has added another element of strategy in there. Much like having both kinds of compounds and having to run the... run the Red Bulls twice? It opens up a lot more strategy. It opens up the field a bit more. I think that can make it quite enjoyable. But I don't know how much of it had an actual impact on the race. I think that might be where I don't really see the feasibility of the hybrid on the oval, because it seems like adding it for the sake of adding it on ovals. Especially ones where you're not braking as much and you're mostly lifting. It means that you're not going to have much in the way of kinetic recovery in the same way that F1 does through its heavy braking. I get the use of it on road courses. I get the use of it on shorter ovals. Ones like, say, Gateway. But I don't know how effective it is at somewhere like Nashville. That said, it was actually quite effective in Milwaukee. But you might be asking, why are you covering just the finale? Well, I mean, also it's not just the finale because I did do the Indy 500, but why is it you've decided to jump into IndyCar now? Well, part of it's because I'm slowly building up to wanting to make some pre-season predictions for next season. Because I'm thinking of covering next season. So, I'm going to consider this over the off-season, how much I'm going to jump in and cover it. Especially since we've now got the dates confirmed. It's going to be very busy for especially the month of May. In terms of how much am I able to cover. But it could be a lot of fun. Especially because my timetable for 2025 is looking quite busy. And that's why I want to do stuff like this. Because it opens me up to new horizons. And it means that, say if I do an end of season review and I go, who's the best on the ovals and who's the best in Formula cars? It means I can get a real measure of the different top brass series. And then come to a conclusion. But then those are my thoughts, that's my reflections. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.